Hello, I'm Zachary Perullo, and you are watching Zachary Perullo News. Tonight's top story on Zachary Perullo News is a public service announcement about the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines. Now, when many people think about these vaccines for COVID, they think about mRNA. But what exactly is mRNA, and how does it differ from DNA? I'm about to answer those questions right now. First off, let's talk about mRNA. mRNA is messenger RNA, and it carries instructions to make specific proteins to the cell's protein-building facilities. Meanwhile, DNA is something completely different. DNA is self-replicating genetic material that is found within the nucleus. It allows genetic information to be passed down from generation to generation. DNA stores the instructions for making proteins, which mRNA then takes to eventually become a protein. Now a little bit more about how viruses, especially COVID, actually infect host cells within our bodies. So viruses or bacteriophages inject their genetic material into a cell, and by using reverse transcriptase, the genetic material is able to incorporate itself within the cell's genetic material. A virus is little more than DNA, sometimes RNA, enclosed in a protective coat. To replicate, a virus must control the cell's metabolic machinery. In our case, COVID uses spike proteins to bind to human cells and release its RNA into the cell, and it will eventually produce copies inside the cell. The copies will then be released and go on to infect more and more cells within our bodies. Now, a quick word from our sponsors over at Moderna. Hello, I'm Brad Bradson, a representative from Moderna, and I'm here to let you know that our vaccine for COVID is very safe, and that the mRNA used will not make you sick or infect you with COVID at all. You know what, Brad, that was very interesting, but why exactly does mRNA not make you sick or infect you with COVID? You know, that's a fantastic question, Zachary. Basically, the dose in our vaccine is calibrated to initiate a good response in our immune system that does not make you sick. The mRNA will not infect you with COVID because it does not insert any type of dead or weakened form of COVID into your body. It instead gives instructions to make spike proteins in your body. Well, thank you very much for that, Brad. Now, let's get back to the show. We'll get into a little bit more about how the mRNA vaccine actually works in your body. The mRNA vaccine works by giving cells in the body instructions to make spike proteins within your body. The vaccine trains your immune system to respond to the virus without any disease effects, since, like Brad said, the body can just produce spike proteins with the instructions given by the vaccine. You become more immune to the virus and can fight it off when necessary, because your immune system already knows what to do. Well, I'm afraid that's all we have time for today, folks. See you next time on Zachary Perullo News.